Hello, we are here with a conversation with the artist Jadwiga Mozart, and in this conversation you will get to know more about her art and her path to become an artist. She was working at a multinational, so in other words she was having a corporative job, and right now she's living full-time as an artist, and she owns her own gallery. If you are interested, you can join us for this conversation and also get to know her in some exhibitions, and she will have one exhibition on 6th of April in Freising. So you are welcome. First of all, thank you for receiving us here. It's really a pleasure of mine that you gave me your time and that you receive us here in your gallery.
Thank you, Sarah. I'm also very pleased that you wanted to come here and make the interview. Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you. When I got to know you, I understood that you were firstly working in a multinational and now you are an artist. And these two career paths are really different, and so it made me question, how would you answer the question what you want to be when you become an adult?
My dream as a kid was to be pianist, so just play piano, not be a big one pianist, just playing piano. I liked it, but it wasn't so possible. We had one old piano at home, and I played this one, but every second or third taste doesn't work really. Mm-hmm. So, but I could hear the music. So if there wasn't a tone, I could hear it still. So yeah, but it wasn't possible to visit the music school for me, and it was far away. And this time we haven't had a car, so yeah, like this. And I followed just my sister and made the financial school, so I become bookkeeper.
Mm-hmm. And do you think that this dream from the childhood influenced you or make you in a path that made you an artist?
No. I when I was adult, I could visit the music school, made what I wanted, but I have had also opportunity to taste what I want to do, and I was so inspired with pottery. And then I tasted just with clay and made some things, but it wasn't also the dream to become an artist, just made it for me, yeah.
And what was the point that you shift from your pottery hobby to make the figures?
There was a point in my life that I wanted to figure out my inner self and the femininity, yeah. And I began to make just slim figures with the curves, with the woman character, but not so much the face, just the figure, just this feminine part. And yeah, it was was something for me, for myself to develop, to discover, and I have had so much joy with that. And I think it was the beginning and the changing point in my life, and maybe I can say, if you make from your inner out, so it becomes not, maybe...
It becomes hard.
No, it's not hard, just I would describe it, you don't make it from head, just from your inner self, so from your soul. Yeah.
So it has like a greater meaning than just when you try to build something with clay that doesn't really come from the inside. But you were talking about slim figures.
Yeah.
But when now I look around, I mostly see figures as the ones we have here. What changed in your inner self from that slim figures to these, I would say, more shabby figures?
I don't know. It was just development. The figures were a little bit thicker and thicker and thicker, and with the time it wasn't a point where it changed. Just it was over years it developed to this one. So when they become thicker, I thought they shouldn't be so naked.
So naked.
Naked, yeah, and put some clothes a little bit that it's not cover the femininity, that doesn't cover the femininity, and you can see the woman curves, but not too much covered.
Interesting. So that somehow was related with some learning process or acceptance of like your own body or the body of people around you?
No. I cannot really answer it, because sometimes I ask myself why they are so big. What is the inner me? So inner myself. I cannot answer it. It's not related to my body. It's not related to other bodies. Just for me, it's more. They are more feminine.
So
thing like this. Yeah, but sometimes I ask myself why they are so big, but I cannot answer it.
But it's actually beautiful that you connect more shabby body with more feminine.
Yeah, maybe more motherly. So the curves, the breast. Yeah, I don't know.
When you started to show your figures, you started to show them when they were slim or already when they were more shabby?
Both, because I made also both. So I make it now also both. I have some slim figures. Sometimes I have this need to make some slim, more curvy, and yeah, I showed both.
And do you have some perception how the public reacts to the slimmer and to the shabby?
Yeah, the people say they are more beautiful than the slim. Even the people who were also slim, so this is something like femininity.
You have a connection with the public that buy your figures.
Yeah.
And when I was checking your website, I realized that even people from other countries get to buy your figures. How is your first contact with the clients?
I think the most important part in this is make exhibitions that your art can be seen, so that people can see, and then if they join, they buy it. So, and buy maybe the second one and the third one because they have so much joy on this. Also the mouth.
In the beginning, what was the beliefs that made you stop your supposedly safe job in a corporate job and decide to get into a career that often is said to be financial unstable?
It wasn't one point where I met the cut with the company with working. I changed my work to other one where I work just 2 days a week, and I had 3 days for me. So it was just step by step. And when I thought I could live with them, with the selling, so then I decided to cut it, the work with the company, and just made myself. It wasn't also so sure that I will be successful, and I'm still not sure if we will be successful next year or this year. It's just believing. So for me it's enough, and if I have the joy, and that's enough. I have joy with the work, with the figures, and I don't need to earn very much money, but it was the point where I feel sure with the financial part, so I turned, and I discovered if you're just in your art, in making art, you are full the person, so you don't need to share your mind. Even if it's one day working. It was disturbing for me to go to work and don't think about the arts, because you develop some ideas over a week, over a month, so, and you want to make it. So I think if you like what you do, you can make everything.
This is really beautiful. I actually remind the first time we talked, you said something like, we actually have a false sense of security in a corporate job because we actually not sure. And because we are actually not sure, and since we get such a great passion and such a great fulfillment to do art, and if we believe it, so we should do it.
It's you have not just to look for the financial part, you have to look for your soul. What do you want? And if the soul is not happy, you will be in your life not happy. So it's, for me, it's more important than just financial part.
Still in the financial part, I would like to know, for your experience, and also for you to inspire other artists and to tell other artists like some practical actions that you made to make it possible. Because even though I see you really connected with your heart and your inner self, I also see you as a pragmatic person. What would be the practical advices that you would give for people to become economical or financial independent in the art world?
I think everyone has other kind of art, but for every artist is also, I think, important to see that it's also work. So it's not just enjoying it and making it, it's also work. Like you are self-employer, and you have to look for the other part, also for selling, and how could I make it that I sell, not just making, but you have to present your arts. And I was looking for exhibitions for at the beginning, maybe not the expensive one, because this is also financial question. If you can pay it, is okay, it's fine. But if not, you have to look for some possibilities to put your arts maybe in some windows, in any shops, or something what doesn't cost, that the people have also something from that. So like I showed the windows, for example, by hairdressers, they are empty. So I just asked for if I could put some figures, and they were very happy because there wasn't anything, and they have so much work with put flowers or anything that looks nice, but it's not important for them. So I put my figures, and you can show your art without money at first and make it more popular. Yeah.
So you would say that the main thing that an artist have to do to get some income is to show it everywhere.
Yeah.
Like show it. What you did was trying to show it everywhere to reach the maximum people that you could. Like, so in your journey of being an artist, when did you decide to open your own gallery?
People asked me to come to me and see them. I put the figures at first in the garden, and then I decided to make one exhibition, really great, big exhibition in my home. So I took the ground floor just for exhibitions and make it as a gallery. So, and yeah, it was very useful, because when the people comes, you have to have some place that you can show it. So
I could see for your work that you have two major collections. That is the jewelry, that you are actually wearing one piece right now, and you have the figures. And so if the people also want to buy it, if you want to acquire one of the pieces, you can go to our website. And like, just for us to have an idea, to produce a figure, how is the process?
It's a little bit long, because the clay is wet and have to dry properly before you can burn it. So for making the figures, it's also I can work in one step, just also share the parts, the steps, because if they are very wet, I make just the figure, and if they are drier and drier, you can work more exactly on the face, and like this, yeah, it takes few days, and then they dry properly, and they will be burned by 90-50 degrees, and then you have cool it down and paint it, and then you have to burn it again by my figures are burnt by 1250 degrees, and they this temperature make them safe for outside, for the weather. So you can still left it in winter outside.
Okay, so they are weather resistant. It's really
they are weather resistant.
So it will, all this process will take you
4 weeks.
4 weeks to
6 weeks. It's dependent how big the figure is, but yeah, so like this.
It's a really large amount of time to have one figure. If I want to have one personalized figure, can I have one?
Yeah. You can choose like my figures and take, for example, a face from this one, or you prefer this one, so I can make it, and this clothes, or your colors, what you like, and yeah, you can personalize. Sometimes I get some pictures from, because there was a gift for 2 people, for example. It was for a wedding, and I get the pictures from the persons and made like this, but a little bit not real, just like this, and yeah.
So they instead of telling you what they really want, they gave you the inspiration and you build it from there. This is really, really beautiful. I think.
For example, long hairs and like this, or the curves a little bit, or something like this.
This is really interesting to so everyone can have. You already made just unique figures, but this is even more personalized. Is really interesting. I know that you will have exhibition soon. Do you want to tell more about it?
Yeah, the exhibition begins next week. It's from 7th April to 28th May, and the opening is at 6th of April and at 18 o'clock. Yeah, and this is a small exhibition, but very nice, in very nice place. It's in Freising by Lindenkeller Coffee, so you can sit outside or inside and join the place, because it's a very cultural place. There are also concerts and a lot of people there, and you can join the exhibition and go for a drink or like this,
And so you will be there in the opening on the 6th of April.
Just in the opening on 6th of April
at 6 p.m.
6 p.m. Yeah.
Okay, so that's nice. So if someone wants really to further meet you, they have that opportunity. And so it's Freising, Munich at 6th of April, 6 p.m. You can find Jadwiga. And one last question, Jadwiga. I really think that you will inspire other people or other artists to really pursue the artist career. What were the people that inspired you and that you think that could inspire others to pursue their art? as a career. So if you can name 2 people that you would recommend me to interview, so the artists can get more inspiration.
Okay. The artists are everywhere, but maybe the people have people who inspire them and show them or convince them to believe in yourself. So for me, the person was the first woman that I met, which wanted my figures, which I exhibit in the garden days, and she invited me to make the exhibition. And on this time my prices were very small, so I didn't believe in myself. It was a lot of work, but I couldn't sell it. So and I was lucky by them that she wanted to make the exhibition in her shop, because she made the prices, and I was so like, oh gosh, nobody will buy it. So, and it was 3 times bigger than my prices, so it helps me to develop, so to believe in it, and the people buy it. So I sell there a lot of figures, and it was just for me like, you're good. Yeah, you can make it, and you can exhibit if the people like it, so why not? This was the person. Maybe we are so anxious with the prizes. This is the first thing. What maybe ask some professional artists, what would you take for this special art, and try like this.
So she gave you the confidence to really give put the prices in how they she gave you the confidence to price your figures with the right price, and that's like really honor your work and your
and
inspiration.
It was the point that I saw that when I work I can get the money for this time, because before then I worked few days on one figure and wanted just for 2 or 3 hours. So if the work needs so lot of time, you have to get the money for that. So.
And what is her name?
She doesn't work anymore, but her name is Mastane, and she has had her own shop, gardening accessoires, and it was suiting to them, to their articles, and but she does not work anymore.
But I think that she made a contribution, even though she's not working anymore. She made you work in a way, and she made you still be an artist, because she priced your figures in the right way. And what would be the other person?
The other person is professional artist in Munich. For example, is my teacher also and my friend, and he give me every time the good words and helps me if I want to create one figure that's technical not possible, or I don't know how to make it, and he give me help in them. So his name is Enzo Arduini, and he has also a gallery in Munich. You should visit them.
What is the name of his gallery?
Enzo Arduini, like his name, maybe this one is Italian one, and he makes pictures, and she works with wooden, with marble, with so very, very different ways to expose, to make the art, so with different kind of materials. So other ones, I don't know, I wouldn't say this any name, just the people inspire me who looks on my art and they, oh, this is so nice, and this is so, and then I can see what is important for the people. How do you say? Involve it in your work.
So everyone is important in different ways. There was the one that gave you more confidence in value your work. There are others that still help you technically, and there's the people that keeps you going through every time. It's a really nice message. I really appreciate that how you see your sources of inspiration, and I enjoy your work and what you do, and that I'm so happy that you made the effort to speak in English, because I know that you'd rather speak in German, but I'm really grateful, and I think that you yourself will be
inspiration
for other artists. And so if you want to see her again, don't forget that Jadwiga will have an exhibition on the 6th of April, she will have her opening on the 6th of April in Freising, Munich, Germany. So feel free to join. I'm sure that she will receive you with open heart and with a lot of heart. So it was really nice. Thank you really for your time.
Thank you.
So see you soon, I think.
See you. Thank you. What I can say is, for every artist is important not just make the art, just focusing on making and doing, but it's also a business. You have to see it also and focus on them. How can I sell it? Where can I exhibit my thing? And this is the very important advice, because the people comes to me, sometimes artists, and ask, how did you make it, that you are so successful? And not just stay in your gallery or in your workshop and work, just go out and show the people your art.